And unless he changes course, Trump will be the American president that lost India, or more accurately, that chased India away.
Amid recent developments between US-India ties, Congresswoman Sydney Kamlager-Dove has accused Trump of disrupting US-India relations.
When Trump took office at the beginning of this year, the Biden administration handed him a bilateral relationship at the height of its strength. A revitalized Quad, a budding defense tech partnership, and a trusted supply chain partner. These were hard-earned accomplishments and the product of strategic discipline from our two countries. And then what happened? Flush, flush, flush down the toilet, the capital that Americans have built over decades in service of Trump's personal grievances and at the expense of our national interests. And unless he changes course, Trump will be the American president that lost India, or more accurately, that chased India away, while revitalizing the Russian Empire, while breaking up the transatlantic alliance, and menacing Latin America. That is not a legacy any president should be excited about having. Singling out India for 50% tariffs, one of the highest rates imposed on any country, has effectively derailed leader-level meetings between our two countries. Yet the 25% tariff rate that has attributed to India's imports of Russian oil look pretty pointless when Steve Witkoff is striking backroom deals with Putin advisors to sell out Ukraine in exchange for some business investment. Beyond tariffs, Trump has also attacked the people-to-people ties between the U.S. and India. The $100,000 fee on H-1B visas, 70% of which are held by Indians, is a rebuke of the incredible contributions Indians have made to science, technology, medicine, and arts in the United States. Trump's policies towards India can only be described as cutting our nose to spite our face. And this is doing real and lasting damage to the strategic trust and mutual understanding between our two countries. Because let me be clear, being a coercive partner has a cost. And this poster is worth 1,000 words. You do not get a Nobel Peace Prize by driving U.S. strategic partners into the arms of our adversaries.
This comes amid US's renewed push to impose tariffs on Indian rice imports.
Countries are dumping rice into this country today. We've never seen imports this great.
Which countries?
India, Thailand, even China into Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico used to be one of the largest markets for U.S. rice. We haven't shipped rice into Puerto Rico in years. So this has been happening for years. This didn't start during your administration, but unfortunately, we're seeing it in a much bigger way now. The tariffs are working, but we need to double down because
you want more. I mean,
well, they're cheating, right? They're they're just subsidizing and then
India. Tell me about India. Why is India allowed to do that? They have to pay tariffs. Do they have an exemption on rice?
No, sir. We're still working on their trade deal. So
yeah, but they should be dumping. I mean, I heard that from others. So you can't do that.
There's a WTO case against India
now.
Give
me the countries, if you could. Go ahead. India. Who else?
So India.
Mark it down. What's your skin?
Yes, sir.
India, Thailand, China into Puerto Rico, not into continental U.S., but into Puerto Rico. Those are the main culprits.
So how is Trump using tariffs to bully India?
However, at this point of time, what President Trump is doing is it's a geopolitical tool. He literally wants to use it to get what he wants. So for in the case of India, he wants to use a tariff squeeze India's import landscape, and then also want to enter Indian agro market, which is what I understand based on his agenda, his goal. And I think the GMOs and the American products are going to be a killer for Indian market. It's going to completely wipe out the agriculture the market that India has, and at this point of time, that's what I understand, that his latest target on rice is nothing but he wants to literally squeeze India. What he's trying to do is actually trying to show his MAGA base that he is squeezing other countries, and somehow the other countries are taking advantage of America.
On the other hand, US and India are amid vital trade talks, with the US Under Secretary Allison Hooker visiting New Delhi. The meeting is set to discuss the two countries' strategic partnership, economic and commercial ties, American exports, technology, and space exploration. The discussion will take place between 7th to 11th December. The executive director of the Observer Research Foundation America, Dhruva Jaishankar, hints that the nature of discussions between the USA and India.
Middle East Europe economic corridor. However, this considerable progress in consolidating the relationship is now at a political standstill. The biggest obstacle concerns tariffs. President Trump's desire to balance trade with India and access India's market is precisely what India is offering. India has signed 5 trade agreements in recent years and is actively negotiating at least 5 more. A solution to trade and tariff differences between the United States and India is therefore at hand.
Is Trump set on pushing India away from the US?